Tank Davis versus Devin Haney sparring session leaked by Ryan Garcia. That and more coming up next on the Zapata Brand Boxing Podcast. Well, you knew this was coming. After that press conference the other day, you knew this was coming. Ryan Garcia went to his Instagram, but he also went to his YouTube channel. That's where that's at here. If that is his YouTube channel, it says Ryan Garcia. There's over 1 million followers on there. 1.5 million followers. I would assume it is his channel. So he leaks the sparring of him, of Tank Davis and Devin Haney, the much talked about sparring session that happened years ago. This is when Devin Haney, I believe Devin Haney was only about 17, 18 years old at this time. Tank Davis was in his 20s. So I want to show you this. I'm going to show you this quickly. I'm going to get a screen share here up, and I'm going to show you this quickly. I'm going to show you this quickly. Okay. And here is where he's getting beat up right here. And I think you're going to see quickly when Adrian Broner jumps in. So about here. And it's not even, here's what I'll tell you about this, what I've been watching this. You got to remember, this kid's young. He's a young kid. Devin Haney is extremely young. Very young. He's getting beat up pretty good. That's, what do you expect? But what I will show you here is one thing that I noticed. And he's really getting beat up here. But the guy's this is not, you got to remember that he's a kid. This guy's a kid. And Tank is all over him here. He is all over him. But what I do is I'm giving Devin Haney. Here's where Broner jumps in, I believe. There's the one shot right there that he got. He rocked him there. He was rocked pretty good. And that's where Broner came in and integrated himself into the fight, into the sparring. Here's what I'll say with this. Devin Haney, from that video, that's a tough guy. I don't know many kids at 17 years old, roughly about that's where he was at that time, that would stay in there. With Tank Davis, when he's pounding on you, someone who punches extremely hard. But this also brings me to my next point here. This is not a good look for Ryan Garcia. Why Ryan Garcia would leak this is obviously something must have triggered him that Haney said at this press conference. If you saw the last press conference, other than the fact that I believe that there is something incredibly wrong with Ryan Garcia, I think there's something mentally wrong. And I was on a show with Coach Malachi Williams yesterday, and he said he believes, as I do too, I agree with him, he's either on some sort of drugs or alcohol or something. There's something there that's awry. If you would see just recently some of his videos and what he puts out there, it's not the same guy that we knew, 4 or 5 years ago, 5 years ago, I would say, because it was before pre-COVID. There is something strange going on with him. And then to leak this, I believe it's something that must have been triggered. This is not a good look for him. If he's trying to portray the pretty boy image on one end, then the gangster image on the other, it's not a good look for him. He doesn't look good doing this. It does him no good. Because then you feel, again, where did this come from? This was something, this sparring happens in the gym, that it's supposed to be behind closed doors. And my opinion is this is all the old school mentality of what goes on in the gym stays in the gym. And I say that to my fighters all the time. What goes on in the gym stays in the gym, because you're going to have bad days in the gym. There's going to be days where you're getting ready to spar and you just don't feel good. You don't feel good. You're out of shape. Maybe it's your first or second sparring. You don't feel good. So you're going to get beat up. But then for someone to take that and just totally go the other way with it and say, look, he's going to get beat up and this is why I'm going to beat up. Ryan Garcia couldn't beat Tank Davis. Ryan Garcia got beat up. He quit. I would quit too. I'm not saying that I wouldn't quit if I got hit like that. But I'm not a fighter. I'm a professional fighter, per se. That's not my job. I'm a bagel guy. But this guy now has put himself in a position where he's going to be hated. He's not going to be liked because you just don't do that. I do not agree with this. I don't think that he should have let this go. It is sparring. For those of you who are in the business or around the business, you know what sparring is. Sparring, 16-ounce gloves, headgear. Anyone can get the best of anybody at any time. It's similar to like baseball. Baseball is 160 games a year. You know, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. There's days you're gonna look good, days you're gonna get walloped. You know, that's what happens. And that's why I'm comparing those two, because unless you're the best on game 7, you got to be the best at game 7. And then if you lose and if you get walloped at that point, you know, you weren't the best. But at the fight night is when you got to be the best. But all that sparring stuff and these people putting these videos out here with, you know, showing them I beat them, it's sparring. It's sparring. It happens all the time. You know, I get in the ring sometimes with a guy who's 60 years old. And sometimes he gets the best of me because I'm just tired. I work all day. You know, there's times where I'm in there with kids that are 17, 18. They get the best of me because I'm tired. I don't have that. I have kids, as I have a wife. I have a family. So there's other stuff going on. But if they were to take that video and show it to their friends, yeah, it would look bad. They'd be like, man, he can't fight. And that's what's going on here. Devin Haney is a tough guy to take that kind of punishment. Although I think Tank would have an advantage if they fought as a professional. That sparring session showed me nothing. That showed me nothing. But it was a little bit classless on Ryan Garcia's part. I don't think you do that. I think he put himself in a bad situation with a bad situation with the public, people who know boxing. Who really care. I mean, the casuals are going to say, "Oh, if he beat him up, then it doesn't work that way." That's boxing math. It doesn't work that way. I still believe that Devin Haney is going to stop Ryan Garcia coming up soon on April 20th. If that fight even goes off on April 20th, he wants to move it to May 4th. I you know, there's always something with Ryan Garcia now, evidently. But if you saw the press conference, you'll know what I mean. Go watch it. That side is a fiasco between Ryan Garcia and everything else going on, and it's a fiasco. It just looks weird. Something's going on with him. I saw him on a bunch of podcasts. He's just not the same guy. I don't know what is going on with him. If it's the mental issues or if there's something else, there that we don't know about. I don't know. I'll be curious to hear your thoughts here. Please comment in the comment section. Like and subscribe to the Zapata Brand Boxing Podcast. Next week is a big show. We're going to have a bunch of guests on. We got the big fight coming up. Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou coming up on March 8th. And I think we're going to do a watch along. I will get you guys noted. And we also have the 1,000 subscriber giveaway that we're going to have. It's going to be a big announcement. Get ready for it coming this week. So remember, don't be envious of what I've accomplished in my life. Be inspired by what you can do in yours. Thank you. And I'll see you this week.
Thanks for watching the Zapata Brand Podcast. Please subscribe to the podcast and listen where all podcasts are available.